Hello, guys, and welcome to the second episode of NextKaller Podcast, baby. And we have me, your host, Karman. And joining me today, or yes, tonight, is two of my lovely friends from last week. Introduce yourselves.
I got really shy all of a sudden.
Do you want to go first, or should I go first?
You can go first.
Okay, my name is Brianna. Well, I go by Bree.
I'm Marissa. I don't know why I got nervous.
She goes by Marissa.
Yeah.
All of our pronouns are she, her, and hers. Is that right? She, her, hers?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew there was like a third one, but yeah. Anyway, so we decided for today's podcast, we talk about basically our early teenage life, talking about the teens, hitting puberty, going through phases, finding yourself, finding your clique, doing friendships, all that shit. So I guess what we're starting off is what's your earliest memories about your teenage life? What is one thing you guys remember about being a teenager?
Ew.
Because honestly, I can't remember what I even had for breakfast yesterday, so this is going to take me a minute to really think about. I don't know.
I would say mine was my first day of high school.
Oh, gross.
You remember that?
I
Yeah.
don't.
I do. Distinctly.
I
Go
blocked it
ahead.
out. High
What
school
is it about that day that you remember?
I didn't want to go to that high school. I didn't want to go there. That's exactly the fuck I remember. I didn't want to go there. And, we had to wear a uniform. The school that I thought I was going to, we could dress down.
High school?
I looked this school up. It was perfect, it was a big old school. We had a courtyard and, they had their own food truck stand sort of thing. And it was, it was a more populated area of diverse, people. Mm-hmm. So I knew it was going to be more than what I was seeing in the hood,
Wow.
So
okay.
I was really pissed off. I didn't want to go to the hood school.
Where was this at?
In North Charleston. This was in South Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And then when I transferred out of that school, probably 3 weeks, being there, it was my freshman year. I ended up going to Goose Creek High School, and the first day, getting dropped off in the car line or whatnot, and it was damn, all the fine ass boys, all the freaking cuties out there. It was dope, and it was colorful. It was white and black. It was more,
You had different.
Yeah.
It was 50 shades of
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
It wasn't just one or two.
Right. I like that,
Wow.
But everyone was oh, we clicked together because we have the same class. We see each other in the hallway because we go into this block or that block.
So it was easy to make friends there, or
Yeah, very easy.
Wow. Okay. Well, I guess for me, the earliest thing I remember about being a teenager was I remember being excited to eventually learn how to drive and shit. I remember. Well, I don't know. I stopped celebrating my birthday when I was really young, but I remember when I turned 16, I'm I'm not those My Sweet 16 bitches back on MTV. Do y'all remember that?
I watched that.
I know, and I was I wonder if that's how it's gonna be. No. I also just remember being lonely, my freshman and sophomore year of high school. I remember being very feeling alone because I only had 2 friends that year, and going to lunch, if both of them were absent or one of them was absent or whatnot, it'd be awkward and weird. I remember not knowing where to sit. Maybe I'd sit by myself sometimes, because I didn't have a very big friend group. So yeah, I don't know. That's honestly all I can really remember about high school. About middle school, I thought, remember the show Ned Declassified School Survival Guide? That's exactly how I thought middle school was going to be. And it was not like that at all. But then again, we did go to a raunchy-ass middle school, so.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
No, it was bad.
Where was my high school?
Hmm?
Why didn't you hang out with me?
Where were you freshman and sophomore year,
I
girl?
don't fucking remember.
I started hanging out with you I feel senior year. Because we go.
We were friends in middle school.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, you just kind of went missing for 2 years.
You went missing though.
Me?
Yes, because I remember we started hanging out again senior year, was it, when we'd go to library for lunch, and you guys were always sitting there in the library at the table.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that was senior year, no?
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that sounds about right.
I would say
I wasn't friends with you until senior year also.
Same.
That was senior
So it
year.
was senior year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I remember you walking into my environmental class and I was like, she can sit next to me. I didn't want anyone to sit next.
Wow. Okay.
But you did.
Marissa, what do you remember?
Absolutely nothing.
That's fair.
I blocked it out.
Okay, I guess like continuing on with like being a teenager, being like in high school and whatnot, and us being older now. What is it with certain people wanting to go back to high school?
That's
Like
I don't get it. It's disgusting.
Like I don't know. I feel like high school wasn't that memorable for me. I remember like prom and homecoming, kinda. Honestly, they were kind of suck. Like they were sucky. They weren't that good. I always went with a group of friends. I didn't get asked out at all or anything like that.
High school,
Me either.
I feel like was where you got most of your social outings, where you got most of your social, like events with friends, like a big group of friends at that. Because once you're older, you don't have many friends. And it just don't work that way,
Or like when you get older, like the friends you do have, like you guys all live like separate, busy lives, and then it becomes harder to actually hang out because everyone's just so.
I feel like I got more friends after high school.
Same.
But I feel like I hung out like with people more.
That's fair.
I mean, that's when you really live your life. But as if you were more of the, I don't know what to call those kids in high school because I wasn't one of them, but I think of them as attention seekers because I used to.
No, that makes sense.
I used to grimace when they used to say little slick shit in class.
Oh, she said grimace.
Like make a scene.
Got that vocabulary.
And like in high school, it was very awful because like this is not the place to do this. We're learning.
No, that
but
makes sense.
take your proper friendship outside of high school. Mm-hmm. Do your dating outside of there, but.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Well, if you can go back now and see your younger high school self, what would you tell them?
I tell her, like, one, it's okay that you're different. It's okay if you feel alone at times. Like, that's completely normal. And also, too, because, like, growing up, you want to, like, feel included. You want to feel like you're in a clique, like you have, like, that social group, like, especially in high school. So I would tell myself, too, like, You're meant to be different. You were not meant to fit in at all. You were meant to stand out, embrace that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's hard. I think I would say none of these fucking people matter. Because I cared too much about what people thought about me, so I was, like, always uncomfortable.
Really?
Always, like, yeah. It was weird. Made my, like, whole experience a little,
I think I honestly would, like, take my mentality from high school and like use it now because I was like a confident bitch,
Mm-hmm.
Didn't care what anybody said. I didn't hold things with a grudge. It was like, okay, you say that and I'm gonna knock you out, that's when I was gonna stop you.
It was on site.
Yeah, but
wow.
Now, now that I like am older and everything, I take things to heart. Aww. And I'm like I let it get to me a little too much, but I wish I had like that tough bitch mentality.
Okay, like slightly off topic, but like going back to what you were saying, Brie, it's weird because as a kid, I gave less fucks at all. Like like if you watch like a movie and something sad happens, or like if you're watching like a rom-com, like a couple breaks up or some shit, and like I feel like if anything sad happened, people would start crying and they're like bawling their eyes out, and I'd be like, what? Like, that's like, what the fuck? Like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, it's not even that sad.
I was one of those people.
But now, well, not a rom-com. Rom-coms don't make me sad at all. But now if I'm watching like a movie and something really sad happens, like I don't know, I feel like I have more empathy now. And like I'll put myself like in that place, like I'm in the movie and that happens to me, and like I start crying, and I'm like, oh my god, I turned to slightly like a baby back bitch.
Maybe that's just a maturity.
Maybe because I guess like as a kid you were like more like egocentric, or it's more about yourself, and growing up you start learning about others.
That's true.
That's wild. As children, you are a little more eager, like.
And that I learned that shit in like, oh shit, where did I learn that shit? Was it psychology? Okay. Yeah, psychology, when we study like the early psyche of a kid or whatnot. Anyways, okay.
Well, before you move on from the topic, what's the last movie that made you cry? Like, ugly cry.
Oh, ugly cry or just straight soft?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
TikTok.
Mine was Toy Story 4.
Oh my
The
God.
ending, I was
Okay,
bawling my
I
eyes out.
haven't like bawled where I was like just like ugly cry, all that, but like I guess like getting like teary eyed and like tears falling. And I'm just like, Toy Story for sure made me cry towards the end. I'm just like, oh my god,
Fuck you, Woody.
They didn't have to make that fourth one. The third one was a perfect ending. They did not have to make the fourth
Literally,
one.
they just pissed me off at the fourth
No,
one.
they did.
Like, why the fuck?
Fucking sporty.
But I can't remember honestly. Maybe why not? Because like anytime, because I bought A Quiet Place. I don't know if you guys have watched that scary movie yet. With John Chris. I don't know how to say his name.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like
from the office.
Yeah, from
She
The
just
Office.
know. She just know.
well, I don't want to
the-
like
all the actors
spoil
do.
it, but like in the end, let's just say someone gets casted off. You know, let's just say that. And every time I watch it, like it still gets me emotional. I'm just like, yo, like come on, like why? And I'm just like,
Okay,
like, who's
something
doing his
that
job?
was like refreshing to watch today. I Am Legend. When
That
Will,
movie made me
that
cry.
movie.
when Will Smith's dog died, Sam,
Yo!
I looked at Sam in her bed, and I was like, oh my god.
For you guys that don't know, Bree has a little white chihuahua named Sam.
She's
a little
15 years old. She's a brittle bitch.
She really is though.
Actually, stop. You're gonna make me cry.
Okay, going back to topic. So we also gonna talk about like your early teenage life as with tweens and whatnot. What are you guys pointing at?
The wine.
Oh, the wine. Okay, Marissa's filling up her glass now. But I guess I wanted to talk about like your early teenage life. Like I think people call it tweens when you're like 12 and like then you go to 13. You know, like your early
Like middle
teens
school?
is like tweens. Yeah, and you know. We all know once you hit those double digits, a little thing called puberty likes to hit. So I guess we're gonna talk about puberty and how that was for each of us.
I guess so.
Because I know, like, well, I knew about it, but I didn't really know about it until it happened. So I wasn't like fully mentally ready for it when it did happen. Because I was just like, what does this mean? But yeah, does anyone like to take it first, or shall I start?
About puberty?
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about puberty. I just remember I always had huge tits, so like
Yeah, Marissa got them titties.
the way you titties. All I remember is starting my period, and that's it.
I remember the okay, this might be really weird, but I remember the exact moment I started my period because it's so memorable for me.
too.
I remember like going to the bathroom and wiping, you know, and there was like a drop of blood, and I was like asking my mom, I was like,
drop?
yeah,
drop?
You got
so I was
lucky.
like, I was like, Mom, like, is this like normal? Like, what's going on? And she's like, yeah, that means like you started your period. I was like, what does that mean? She's like, basically like you're kind of like more like of a woman now, like body and physical wise. It means like you could actually give birth to a baby right now, and this is normal. It happens every month. You bleed, or you're gonna have cramps, and depending on yourself, you know, the different symptoms are different depending on the person. And I remember I was like, okay, but what do I do? And she showed me like. Because my family, I think only my oldest sister uses tampons, honestly. Like, my mom, she's not a fan of tampons. She always uses pads. So she taught me first with a pad. Obviously, I think that's like the norm. I think, you know, start off with a pad, like, when you first, like, know of a period and you first start one. So I remember she gave me a pad. And then, like, I remember, I don't know why, but I think I started, like, bleeding a little bit more. And I was like, I called my mom to the bathroom, and I like pulled down my pants and my panties to show her. I was like, is this normal? Like, there's more blood coming out.
Oh my god.
And she's like, yeah, that's normal. And then I remember my dog at the time, Hazel, she was like in the bathroom just looking up at me. And I was like, Hazel, go away. This is embarrassing. Like, stop looking at
Oh my
me.
god.
But that's like the exact moment I remember when I first tried my ever period.
I remember the exact day. I was eating spicy food, and I thought I had cramps in my stomach from eating spicy food. Then I went to the bathroom and I wiped. Mine wasn't just a drop. Like my heart sank. I was like, am I dying? And I was like, no, Marissa, you're educated. You know what this is.
Sorry, y'all. Marissa's cat just hopped over the ledge and scared the shit out of Bree right now.
That was hilarious. she was rubbing up on me, so I'm like, oh my god, I have a friend.
Continue, Marissa.
What was I saying? Oh, about my period.
You didn't
Yeah,
have
you
a
were
drop
eating
of blood.
spicy food, and like you're like, all right, Mr. B,
Oh, yeah.
educated.
So that's what I thought it was, but I guess not. So I go out and I whisper it into my mom's ear, and she's like over there in the living room folding laundry, and I was like, I'm bleeding. And then she, fucking big mouth, she's like, oh my god, Marissa started her period. Like, I have like 3 brothers, and my dad was in the living room. Yeah. And then I remember her taking me to store to get pads. That's all I remember.
Brie, do you remember?
I woke up covered in, like, my mom was a CNA at the time, so she worked like very early morning, and I started my period, and I had to call my stepdad into the room because I was like, oh my god, I know I did not just piss the bed. Like, I was covered in blood, and like I must have started it in the nighttime because it was like just so much. And I went into my mom's bathroom. All she had was tampons. I'm on the house phone with her.
Oh,
and
shit.
she's trying to instruct me to use a tampon.
Oh,
Mhm.
no.
But I don't even know where I pee out of at that age. I was sitting on the toilet like, I'm not comprehending this. So,
That's
But
traumatic, dude.
That is traumatic.
whenever I did get, pads, because my dad had to go buy some,
Mm-hmm.
they were big as hell.
Yeah, those big
the-
ass ones.
Like the diaper ones?
Take up
Yes.
your whole entire panty.
Oh my goodness. Talk about granny panties that he bought me as well. Like,
Well, I guess you don't ruin your...
I was appreciative, and I was appreciative. But, like, those panties were big as a hell. And then the pads, like, was he thinking I was going to, like, bleed? Like,
Maybe.
my entire body?
Guys aren't, guys know about periods and, like, girls hitting puberty and whatnot, but, like, they don't, like, really
They don't
know.
think about it.
Yeah.
It's true.
Wow.
But that was traumatic because I had to go through that day with my stepdad. And then my mom got home and fed me Midol and applesauce.
Wow. Honestly, like, I'm surprised that, like, we remember, like, the very beginning right
It
now.
was
remember all of
traumatic
it.
as fuck.
Because then I text my friend after. I was like, oh my god, I started my period. 'Cause I
Oh
don't
my
know.
god.
I guess I was bragging.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's rewarding, but then it was like, I almost cried. I almost cried.
Like, yeah, because I know, at first, like, going back to what you said, Marissa, at first I was, like, kind of scared. I'm like, oh my god, am I dying right now? And then it wasn't until, like, my mom, like, actually told me more about it. I was like, oh, okay, this is normal. And luckily for me, like, like, my body eased me into it. Like, the first ever period was, like, a few draws, maybe a little bit. And the next one, that's when it started getting heavier and heavier. But luckily for me, my cramps were actually, like, very tolerable. Like, all I had to do was take maybe 1 or 2 Advil, and I was, like, good. Meanwhile, like, my second oldest sister, sometimes she'd throw up. She had cramps so bad she couldn't even move. She always had to call off of, like, call out of, like, school and shit like that. 'Cause, like, her cramps were just that bad.
Sometimes they're bad, dude. I
Yeah.
don't even
I
want to
wouldn't-
move.
I wouldn't get to, like, the vomiting, but I would be the same way. Because I
Really?
have, like, really bad sciatica nerve pain whenever I'm on my cycle. And it sucks. And I have endometriosis, out of all things. So
Oh,
that's
girl. So there's something on top of another thing.
Right.
Damn.
I told my mom, I'm like, you just passed down the shittiest uteruses. Like,
Like, couldn't pass me something else.
right.
I remember, like I was so excited to, like, grow boobs. I was like, oh my god, 'cause I always wanted to, like, wear a bra. So, like, my mom bought me, like, a training bra. So I had, like, I was, like, growing, little mosquito bites. Marissa can't
relate.
over here with big titty bitch over here.
The training
My
bras
fucking
are
bad.
fun.
Yeah, I love the training bras. And then, like, when it actually got to, like, an 8 cup, I was like, oh my god, my boobs are coming
I love
in.
the adjustable straps, and, like, they didn't have any padding.
Yeah.
And they were just, like, so soft and, like, so...
It was, like, so cute. Like,
I want small titties again.
I'm dead. Well, I guess, like, right now I'm braleting it. And honestly, I see why girls like bralettes. I never wear bralettes very often, but I see.
They're cute.
I see why now, But it's still weird for me. But, like, I just remember, like, first puberty, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna get tits. I wanted bigger tits, though.
I want smaller tits.
Well, we could trade.
Okay.
And there you go.
I want a nice C cup.
I want, well, I mean, I thought to say a D cup. I am already a D cup. I'm a 32D. But,
D?
like, yeah,
I
32D.
don't believe that.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Because, like, if I do, like, a double D, I feel like that might be weird for, like, I don't know. I like to stay, like, looking proportionate, but I still want bigger boobs.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, I don't know. And I guess moving on to, like, the next thing. like after puberty and like, actually going back to puberty, did you guys have really bad acne breakouts?
No.
Actually, I got really bad back acne, like on my shoulders. My mom has the same as well, and she was telling me that being out in the sun too much for me, you know, that's when like the pimples and blackheads, that's when they started rolling in on my like back of my shoulders.
Okay, see, like I would maybe have like a few pimples here and there, nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I feel so.
It was always a period acne.
Yeah, I always got period acne.
Oh yeah, that too. I forgot like that was the thing.
That hormonal acne. Oh,
it's horrible.
The ones that hurt and they get big and they
hurts.
Like, why is that a thing?
And I always would get like inside my nose or something. So whenever I'd like wiggle my nose or like move my mouth and I'd move the pimple and that shit would hurt.
Your skin looks really good though.
Yeah,
thanks.
It does.
Looks really pretty.
I don't know if it's because of my skincare routine or because I'm on birth control or both.
What's your skincare routine?
Honestly, lately all I've been doing is just take my rose water, or no, if I'm wearing makeup, I'll use my makeup wipe first. And then I use rose water, micellar water, and then I use toner, and then I moisturize, and that's it. I should probably use SPF, because I know that's like very important, but I got that built-in SPF.
Yeah, I heard that if you don't use SPF, like, your skincare routine does not matter.
Yeah, that's what I've heard too. But like also, like, I don't be going outside like that.
But to me, I'm like, damn.
You have good skin too.
You do. All you guys do.
But like, is there gonna be a day when they gonna be like, let me see your fucking skin, you know? Like, let me put this light on your face and see if your skin is good and you can like live or some shit, you know? When people say this is not good for your skin, I'm like, who cares?
Well, I don't want to get
Who's
all
gonna
wrinkly and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
my biggest problem.
When it comes to
I mean,
that
I'm not
age,
wrinkly now, but
yeah, when it comes to that age,
Disclaimer.
I pray I'm financially stable to get cosmetic surgery.
I'd be scared of that age. Some people come out looking like,
Girl, hell no. Then I'd be like, let me live my life and die.
I do want to try that vampire thing.
The vampire facial?
Mm-hmm. I think
That's what I
pretty
was just about to say. Can they just drip the birth control on my face and clear it up?
I'm
Oh my
dead.
God.
Who knows? Maybe in the future, shit.
Right?
But from puberty, learning about your body changes, you also have emotional changes as well.
All the
with
time.
hormones, and especially when on your period and whatnot. And I feel like it's hard being a teen just thinking about it. Because not only do you have to deal with that, but then going to school,
Oh,
you have to like, yeah, you have to socialize. You have to like, I don't know, because like I said before, like you want to have like a tribe, like a clique, or like, you know, you want to have friends. And sometimes it's hard to like try to fit in, or it's hard if like you don't look a certain way, you don't act a certain way. Because, you know, in like middle school and high school, you know, you got like the popular kids, you got the athletic, you got the nerds, you got all of that shit. And so you're trying to like navigate and try to figure out like, I guess what box you fit in, or like what social group do you fit in, you know? But honestly, now that I think about it, I feel like I don't really have like a specific clique that I really like fit in.
Me either.
So I would like homie hop a little bit. Because like, I know some people over here, I know some people over there, and like, you know, I'd go talk to like everyone. I feel like I didn't really like fit in anywhere specifically. That's why starting high school, when all like my middle school friends grew up, or they changed, or they acted different, you know, being brand new, you know, or whatnot, or like many of them went to other high schools. My first like 2 years of high school, like I didn't know who to socialize with or who to be around, because like it's a new school, new people. Not all my middle school friends went to the same high school as I did. So not only, like, because 8th grade year, I had figured all that out. I was friends with so many people, even the teachers. 8th grade year was fucking lit for me. And then come into high school, I had to start all over again, trying to figure out, like, who I am, who do I fit with, who can I talk to, all this shit. And high school, to me, was a little bit different than middle school starting out. It took me a while to get into the high school groove until, like, maybe junior year.
Did you like high school?
Honestly, yeah, I don't think it was good, but I don't think it was bad.
It was just high school.
It was just high school. Like, nothing crazy happened for me, but nothing bad happened for
That
me.
was 4 years ago, dude.
I know.
Now that I think about it, 4 years ago.
That's a long time. Damn, it's a long time.
I
Y'all
know.
bitches old.
Us.
Actually, I'm
Bitch,
the
we're
youngest.
the same age.
Are you?
I just turned 22.
Shit, you're the oldest bitch.
You're a month behind me, bitch.
Yeah. Marissa.
We're gonna be 23 this year.
Shut up. Oh my god, don't say that.
Then we're gonna be 24 next year. The year after that, 25.
By 25, I have to have something.
30.
2 more years will be 25.
Yo, honestly,
Fuck off, Bree.
I know, bitch.
Yes.
You're a little youngin' over there.
I'll be 24.
But honestly, I'm not scared to turn 30 because I feel like nowadays, right now, 30 is like the new 21. Like everyone cannot wait to like turn 30 because like by then their life is already somewhat figured out. They have like their solid friend group. They're more like confident in themselves and their life, more financially stable. Most people, or at least the people I follow, anyways.
Yeah,
Right.
And I'm just like, wow, like they're doing it up. They don't even look 30 though. Like they look young as fuck, but like they look good. They're doing good. Their life's good. I'm like, I hope I could be that when I'm 30.
Oh, me too. I don't want to turn 30 if my life isn't like
right. Like you don't want to.
I feel
Like,
like
I'm
the simulation is like it has a skip, you know, from like 25. So like you don't age, but like mentally you age. Like,
Yeah, because like you know, I guess like what is the number one thing you guys learned about yourself or others during like your teenage life?
about myself or others.
Yeah, like is there like that one thing where you just like, or maybe like a lesson you learned or something, like you went through something so traumatic or went through something that like taught you such a valuable lesson and you're just like, all right.
I don't know. I felt like I had to be friends with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I think about it, that's stupid. Like,
Not everyone's
you're
gonna
literally
like
not going to
you.
see them after.
No.
I don't talk to anyone from high school except you two.
Same here.
Other people, it's just I met through work or like, nothing.
Honestly, yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. So I guess like one thing I've learned, I guess about myself is like like I said before, it's okay to be different. It's okay not to fit in a clique. Be yourself. Fuck cliques. And yeah, like you said, like after high school, like chances are you probably will never see those people again. So it doesn't matter. Like, because I know some people who try to impress everyone, like in high school or like even in middle school too.
They still do, dude.
They still do, and I'm just like, you don't have to impress everyone. You know, you don't have to. But they make it seem like they have to. And then, like, I don't know. Like, for those of you who may be listening who are still in high school, I promise you, after high school, none of that shit is gonna matter.
And you won't miss them.
No. Like,
you're gonna be like, what the hell was I doing?
Literally. You might think back and just like, wow, but that doesn't matter anymore.
I was really out there. Like,
I wish I could tell myself not to be so shy. Because I feel like I held myself back a little bit.
Okay, see,
not
like
being as social as because I'm pretty social now.
Same, but that's another thing that I learned too, or like I thought about, because people always used to say I'm shy, but I realized I wasn't shy. I just didn't feel like talking.
Yeah,
there's a difference. Like I was like I could talk, like especially the teachers, they made me talk or something. I'm like, ugh. Then I talk.
Like, let me mind my business.
Exactly. Because it's just like if I don't feel like talking, I'm not gonna talk.
Oh, I hate when I'm in a class with like no one I know. They're like, oh my god, okay, so like pick a partner.
Oh,
I'm like, I don't know
that
anybody.
Is the most toxic shit, yo. It's like the whole like pick your partner, pick your group, because it's just like if you don't know anyone, it's just like.
I'd rather them just choose for me, like choose it.
Right. Exactly, or not have group shit because
There's no point. I'm
still not a fan of group shit unless I know the people and I know the people who put in hard work.
One person is writing. The person who is writing is probably the person who is coming up with everything, because everybody else who isn't writing or doing something, they're talking.
Yeah.
No. So like, it's a one-person project anyway, but
that shit was stressful.
Other people's names on it.
I don't miss high school at all.
No, me neither. Like I said, 8th grade year was the most lit year for me.
How do you remember that?
I remember the 8th grade continuum. That shit was so much fun. I remember like every class.
I don't remember 8th grade either.
Really? See, like, that was like such a classic moment for me because I knew everyone in every class. Like I'd had like mostly the same people, so I knew everyone. I knew the teachers. It was dope.
Actually, the only thing I remember from our what's it called? 8th grade continuum is my dress, because it was my mom let me get a V-cut jet dress and my tits were huge, dude. So like they were just pouring out of my shirt. I'm going to an 8th grade continuum. Like it was disgusting. I think I have some pictures.
I just remember that shit being fun. I don't know, but
it was disgusting.
Also, okay, like so not only do you have to navigate finding your friends, making friends is hard. Well, back then it was. Now it's pretty fucking easy. But not only were you have to like find friends, you had to like find and figure out yourself.
Yeah.
Which I feel like I didn't really do that until after high school. Honestly, like middle.
I still haven't found myself, dude.
It's a journey. It's a journey, yo.
Who the fuck am I?
But I do remember having phases. Like, I remember loving neon colors. So, like, anytime I went to the store.
That's such a middle school phase.
Right?
Same though, like highlighter, Sharpies.
Yes.
Like the bright belts and...
Yeah, the
like
bright
clothing.
yeah.
Like I used to love to have my nails a bright color.
Me
yeah,
too.
what was it about bright colors?
I don't know.
Like, that was just a thing. I remember being into, like, neon colors. Like, I had, like, this neon pink jacket I loved to wear all the fucking time. But obviously in middle school, because my middle school, I guess our middle school, didn't let us wear whatever. So we had a uniform. So that was whack. But I remember loving neon stuff. And then I went to, like, the punk/scene look. I even took...
I remember that.
Right? I even took a freaking... I went on YouTube. I looked up how to do your own fringe bangs. I took a razor to my bangs and I did it myself. I still have pictures somewhere of that. It honestly didn't look that bad. It honestly didn't. But, like, I don't know. I had that phase. And after that phase, I didn't really have, like, a style phase. I kind of just wore whatever I thought was cute. But... I know a lot of people have, like, that goth emo phase in high school or, like, middle school. I didn't have that till now. That is, you know, I get it.
You're serving looks with that.
Thank you.
Aesthetic to this day.
I don't know what to call my phase. I didn't wear anything. We had to wear a uniform, so I didn't really do anything. I just wore the t-shirt, the jeans, and then I dyed my hair black and
Do you guys remember those silly bands?
Oh, yeah, that shit was dumb.
Like, that shit was in. That shit was in. And then our middle school banned them because kids kept fucking flinging them around the fucking room.
Oh, yeah?
At
Hitting each other with it?
Yeah, so they're like, you guys can't wear silly bands.
Our middle school is ghetto.
Yeah, I know. But I remember, like, I used to be into that shit, too. I have, like my arm full of bracelets all the way down to my fucking elbow.
You had was it you that had the knee-high Converse?
Yeah, that was me.
I thought so.
Hell yeah, I kind of want to bring that look back, yo. That shit was classic.
No.
I
don't think those would come back.
Really? I think so.
You
well,
think?
actually, no. Okay, yes. I know. But, like,
I know.
I want to buy these Converse shoes I saw. It's like, but they're platforms. And I'm like, oh, hell yeah, that's a look.
Okay, stripper Karman.
So, like, if I had knee-high Converse, I'd buy them only if they had, like, a slight, like, little, like, platform on them, or they look kind of combat boot-like. I'd rock that shit.
That'd be cute.
Right?
I like that.
Thank
I'm
you.
not ignoring you guys. I'm trying to find that picture.
No, you're good. Yeah, Marissa's currently scrolling on her phone to try to find those old-ass pictures, yo.
Trying to find them boo-boos.
Literally.
Well, I guess, like, I kind of wanted to talk about this, which we could bring it up again in a later topic, but, like, did you guys, like, ever, like, have, like, that puppy love or, like, date in middle school or high school?
No. I kept to myself in middle school. And high school, mostly.
I'd say, like, he's my baby's father now. RIP.
Well,
but,
well, that happened.
Yeah. But I did have that, like, it was, like, the summer before freshman year of high school. And I was just, like, really attracted to him, like, Facebook love, you know? But, like, we eventually met in person. But it was some shady shit, you know?
Yeah?
It was, like, I was talking to his friend, and then I met, you know, the two of them, and then I was like, he is fine. So then I dumped his friend, and started talking to him.
yeah.
So scandalous.
I mean, we didn't make anything official, and he was still, I mean, we, like, went on one date, but...
Oh, Lord.
I remember I keep forgetting about him, but I remember I had a middle school boyfriend, and his name was Julio.
I remember that.
Do you remember that? Yo, that relationship was so weird. He was a weird dude. Julio, if you're ever listening to this one day, like...
my bad.
Like, not to say you're, like, weird, like, in a bad way, but you were just really different.
Middle school weird. Everyone was weird.
Yeah, exactly. But it was just weird and different. Also,
Julio,
like...
You're canceled, dude.
Also, I didn't have any confidence whatsoever in middle school. So, like, if anything, like, happened, I would just, like, bawl my eyes out or something. Or, like, you know what? I don't know. some shit happened that like I don't want to talk about. But in high school, I definitely didn't have that whatsoever. Which I feel like, I don't know, you know, those rom-com movies make it out to be like, oh, in high school, like you find like, you know, you have like that puppy love or like that hot guy in school, and like somehow you bag him and shit. Yeah, no, that doesn't happen, or at least not for me.
It's like everybody around you is non-existent.
No, literally though. Yo, that reminds me too, because in high school, when I was like trying to figure out like myself and build my own confidence, I used to always listen to like kind of. Well, actually, no, that was when I also had my rock phase. I forgot, and like my like emo / like rock phase. I listened to a lot of like dark rock and like sad music. Then I think that's where the start of my love for sad music started.
Oh, I love sad music.
It's the greatest ever. Because I remember I used to listen to a song by Skylar Grey, and it was called Invisible. And I would listen to it all the time because that's exactly what I felt like. I felt invisible. I felt like, you know, I wasn't the popular girl. I wasn't the pretty girl. I was the girl in the background, you know, no one knew about. And so I felt so invisible and so to myself. And then I remember, like, I used to listen to Drowning Pool and 3 Days Grace. And, like, I went through that whole phase. Marissa just found a picture of her in that dress we were talking about from 8th grade continuum.
Look how big my tits were. Dude, they were pouring out.
Girl, they still did. I know, in 8th grade.
I know.
Wow, okay, whatever. Subtle flex. That was cute though, Marissa.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. But...
Also, that's so sad though, Karman. You're beautiful.
You are.
Thank you.
Every time I see you, I'm like, fuck you, bitch.
Right? Got the looks, got the style, like, and you're talented.
You.
I mean, we're still finding ourselves, so like.
Yeah, it's a journey.
I'm not sleeping on us or anything, but bitch, you're.
I was hurt for a second.
Okay, calm down. No.
I just like I love how like all of us are like I guess like style wise or like whatever like different but like similar, but also like even us as people is like we're different but we're so similar at the same time. You know, that's why we work.
I don't dress the way I want. I dress.
How would you like to dress right now?
I would. Go on my Pinterest, bitch.
Oh, you're not gonna give it to me.
I would like to dress uncomfortable.
But also,
exactly.
I don't know. I don't really like my body, so I don't like dress. I wear clothes that are comfy. That's why I wear baggy clothes all the time.
But I mean, like, it doesn't look bad though. It looks so comfy.
No, like those are the outfits I would want to wear.
Okay, I'm scrolling her Pinterest right now. I mean, if you want, I could put this in the description box so everyone else could see your Pinterest, you know? Marissa, this is so cute, bitch.
Right? But I'm not comfortable with my body. Also, I can't afford it.
It's like slight grunge. Yeah, no, that's fucking facts. So, like, dressing kind of like grunge / alt / goth or whatever is very expensive. Oh, yeah. But, like, the style's, like, kind of, like, chic, kind of grunge, kind of boho, kind of modern.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. And honestly, like, I used to, like, classify myself as, like, alt / goth, but honestly, I'm like, do I dress alt / goth all the time? No. So I'm like, do I belong in that?
You dress like Karman, bitch.
I'm me. That's what I came to the realization the other day. I'm like, you know what? Fuck a label. I'm just me. I dress like me.
Yeah.
I'm me.
Yeah. That was powerful.
Thank you. Like, going back to what you were saying, Brie, like, finding yourself is, like, a journey. And I can honestly say I don't think I really figured out myself very much in middle or high school.
I feel like right now we're still dabbling.
Yeah.
In different things. Mm-hmm. Trying to find it.
Like, it's...
Because you just became, like, a spiritual person. You weren't always like that.
No.
You're, like, dabbling in
I had, like, spiritual experiences, but, like, I never was a spiritual person.
You were always into zodiac, like, astrology.
I remember my sister was, and then she would, like, go around the entire house talking to everyone about their fucking zodiac sign, and then I got into it a little bit, but she was obsessed with it, and she made me get into it.
I knew that, like, you had a different, like, talent in you, because
you're so cute, Bree. Stop making me cry.
Your room was like it was like nonstop. Like, oh my gosh, there's like so much to look
you have like
at.
a billion different projects going on. You had your little mannequin with your clothes on it,
and then she was painting.
And then
like you were painting. It was so good. Like,
wow. Which room was it?
At your mom's. The one
yeah.
That one was You were like so talented.
I think I've only been to your house once.
Yeah,
or once or twice.
Oh,
yeah, like once or twice.
Hanging out like once. I remember that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my house right now is a mess because I moved back home from college recently and I have a lot of shit and not all of it fits in like the closets and shit. So like I have like random ass shit everywhere in the living room. It's an organized mess right now. Me and my mom have been meaning to clean out the garage, but like we haven't touched it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I guess like. What is a way someone could find themselves or like build their confidence or try to figure out like what are you guys doing to figure that out?
Quarantine.
Honestly though, like I'm telling you, like I said in last episode, you're alone with yourself a lot, so you might as well get to know yourself.
I honestly do, and like I've taken this key, from someone on TikTok. This is what I've learned from being on my phone too much. But
who isn't?
Be off your phone for at least like 30 minutes a day. Any specific time of the day. Even if it's just to charge your phone. Leave your phone there, shut it off so you can't hear any, notifications and everything. Mm-hmm. And just forget about it. And then you'll lose track of time, literally.
Oh, fast.
And you'll not really think about technology. You won't find yourself bored because you're occupying your time. Mm-hmm. But I've taken that and that's helping me learn,
Wow.
to focus on myself more than other shit that I'm not supposed to be.
Honestly, I feel like that's really powerful, especially for this this time, this society and whatnot. Like technology plays a really big part. And also, that's another thing. Actually, you just remind me. That's a whole another thing about how to find yourself and gain your confidence and stuff through middle and high school. One, quit comparing yourself to others. Whether it be people in your high school, whether it be people on social media that you follow, quit comparing yourself. If you have to, do what Bree just said and take a fucking break. Because that shit gets so damn toxic.
It's easier said than done, though.
No, it's so easy.
Because sometimes I always say that, don't compare, this is all fake. Mm-hmm. They Photoshop or they, set up for hours to do one photo. Mm-hmm. But then I find myself doing it, constantly.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead, Bree. You go ahead.
I find myself like that too. It's now that I'm working out, I'm on this workout journey.
Beautiful.
I'm on week 3. I'm proud of myself.
I love that.
Now that I'm working out, I get a lot of ads because the FBI is always watching. But I get a lot of ads and stuff. And I'm I don't want to see this on YouTube. I don't want to see these fit girls showing me a workout. I want to see a plus size girl working out. I want to see somebody, going towards
just
the same
like
goal
you
as me.
doing.
Exactly.
I feel that.
Don't show me that shit because then I'm gonna get discouraged. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna be a new workout.
Yeah.
But then it's really gonna hurt my feelings or insult me.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Why?
So that's how I was too. I think right out of high school, going into college. That's why I don't really fuck with Instagram or get on Instagram that much because I found when I was on it, it was so toxic for me. Mm-hmm. Because on social media, people post their highlights. They don't post the behind the scenes, and then edit and do all the Photoshop and all that. So you just see the highlight reel. You don't see the real. So I kept finding myself comparing myself to others. I'm wow, she has bigger tits. Wow, she has an hourglass shape. Wow, she has a bigger butt. Wow, her skin is way clearer. Wow, she has pretty eyes. Wow, her face is beautiful, symmetric. It's gorgeous. Wow, she has natural long hair. All this shit. And then I found myself comparing and starting to hate myself. And once I realized that, I was all right, enough is enough. And I stopped getting on Instagram. I haven't been on since.
I need to do that.
I told myself, I'm you cannot keep doing this to yourself. This is toxic. I was wondering, why am I putting myself through this? I'm oh, wait, I don't have to. So I'm not going to. And then I just stopped.
I follow, a lot of, I'm a mom, so I follow a lot of mothers, on Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I often, watch their Instagram stories because, 9 times out of 10, those social media mothers are always having kids. So, it's just not one, it's the other popping out a baby. So I get, the real. I get, the honest, But then as soon as I scroll down Instagram to see, everyone else who I follow, but I don't really keep up with them like that, mm-hmm. I scroll down and I see their feed, and it's that's fake. That's Photoshopped. That's fake. It's why? Why post that? I
get that. Because that's why, like, nowadays, whenever I follow people, I try to follow the real people who tell you exactly how the fuck it is. So it's like, I want that real shit.
And it's easy to pick out, like, the fake from the real.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, because it got so toxic for me, so I just, like, had to stop. And then once I did, I felt so much better about myself. But I found out, though, like, that, like, I have such, like, confidence, or, actually, no, it's a mixture of confidence and also not giving a fuck. I found out.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my old friend Dill Pickle. If you're ever gonna watch this, Dylan Hatton, I'm shouting you out. 'Cause one thing you fucking taught me in high school that I will forever cherish is the art of not giving a fuck. Because he's like, I don't care. He's like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. I'm like, why don't you care? Like, whether it be about his appearance-wise or whatever, he didn't care. He always walked like kind of like weird. Cause he's like really tall and like he always like walked with like. He had a weird walk to himself. He didn't give a fuck. Like, he just did not give a fuck about, like, a superficial shit, like how he looked and how he walked and how he talked. Like, he didn't care about that shit. And I was like, how do you do it? And he's like, you just don't give a fuck. Like, he's like, I generally do not give a fuck. And I'm like, oh my God. And we were so fucking close in high school, and that rubbed off on me. So we're like, now, I can maybe get, like, 1 or 2 fucks. But in majority, I really, like, don't. So that's why I found my confidence. Is I'm like, you know what? I'm me. Take it or leave it. And it is what it is. And I don't give a fuck anymore.
I can tell. No, not in a bad way, but,
Yeah.
like, every time I see you, you're very chill and, like, you don't care what.
Like, it is what it is.
Like,
I
nothing's
don't say.
bothering you.
Yeah,
You
but...
dress how you want. You do what you want. You tell people how it is.
Okay, that's one thing I do want to work on is, like, because I met people who really tell how it is. And I'm just like, I need to get to that
world. That's a different
that's
world.
a whole other world. I mean, granted, the people I do know who are like that, shout out to my girl Kayla, I love you.
Oh, shout outs.
Yeah.
Shout out, Mom. If you're listening.
Shout out to my girl Kayla, because, like, if you ask her for her opinion, she'll give it up to you straight the fuck up. She don't care if it hurts your feelings.
Yeah, I
She's
know
like,
people like that.
well, you asked. I respect the shit out of that. Because someone asked me my opinion, I'm going to tell it, but, like, I sugarcoat a little bit. Or, like, if there's, like, an issue, I'll tiptoe around it. But, like, Kayla, she's like, no, you look like you're shit or something. Like, I don't know.
Well, there's a fine line between being mean and being rude and being blunt.
Exactly. It's
if
fine line.
If someone's like, you ask them, hey, does it look good on me? They're like, oh no, fucking ugly. Take it the fuck off.
Yeah, no, that's
you
like,
look so bad.
Yeah, that's rude.
They're like, I'm just being blunt. Okay.
Yeah, we know someone like that. Or there's like
pride
people
themselves on being blunt.
Pride themselves. It's like it's fine to be blunt.
But you're not blunt. You're mean.
Yeah, that's just being
you're
mean.
rude.
Could you just say like, you know what, like to be blunt, you could be like, you know what, Marissa, I don't like what you're wearing. I think you could do better.
Yeah. See, that's nice.
Yeah, like
I mean, it's not nice, but like it's
you're on like especially like
you're not being rude about it.
Exactly. If someone asks, that's why I'm working on it. If someone asks me my opinion, I'm gonna give them a disclaimer. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm forcing myself to be more blunt and honest. So if you ask me for my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you straight up. Mm-hmm. So here we go, and then I'll give it to them.
I want to be like that. I'm scared of hurting people's feelings.
See, me too.
If someone started crying because of me, I'll feel so bad.
But then that's how you know you probably go, well, either you went too far or they're a really sensitive person.
Maybe.
Because I think it also depends on, the people, like, I guess it depends on, like, who the person is.
Back to that girl we were talking about.
Yeah.
When I first got my new glasses.
The ones you're wearing right now?
Yeah.
Or, cute. Love them.
I didn't say anything about it. I was like, I hung out with her.
Mm-hmm.
She looked at me and she's like, you look like fucking Harry Potter with those glasses. I'm like, that's rude.
But is that really an insult in today's time?
Like, literally.
Right.
Like, Harry Potter's in. I don't know if she knows.
She said it. She said it like it was an insult.
But, like, people like that, you can tell it, like, that's what they grew up around. That's what they hear. It's literally, like, I was, born and raised in the South. And, like, there's a lot of, like, hick villages and towns where I'm from. So we know, like, who comes from which part when you go to a certain school.
Yeah. And
certain things that she would say sounded just like things that those kids in high school would say. And not to say, not to point or call any names, but you can tell that, like, certain family members resemble racism, and, like, that's what they stand for and they don't care. Because of, like, how you treat people and how you talk. Mm-hmm. It's like you really weren't taught any morals.
No, I don't see that makes sense.
She was just, I wouldn't even call it blunt. She was just too rude. Like, sometimes she'd be talking to other people and she'd say something really mean. Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Like, how's her ass not beat right now?
I mean, she might say the wrong thing to the wrong person one day. Who knows?
I feel like we were pouring in too much and getting out. Like, we would always come, like, she'll be like, oh, I have this issue, pouring, her heart out, and we're listening, and we're giving her feedback. Mm-hmm. Then we go to her, and then it's like, I don't have anything to say, or you just suck it up, and everyone goes through it, Like, or same. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's like, no, not same.
Now I'm gonna kill you and me.
Like, one thing I appreciate about Kayla is like sometimes she would teeter on that line of being too blunt, being too rude. But when she did go a little rude, she's like, "Ooh, actually, that was a little rude. I probably should have said."
Yeah, they recognize it.
Yeah,
she's self-aware.
Yeah. Also, like when she does go really rude, she's usually like drunk and high at the same time. Shout out, not to like expose you, but like let's be honest. But like that's one thing I can respect about her is like she's more self-aware. She's like, "Oh wait, actually, I probably shouldn't have said that. That was a little rude. I apologize." You know? Like, and then she'll rephrase it in a still blunt ass way, but like in a nicer.
It's humble.
Exactly. So I guess that's one thing I'm working on is to be like more like straightforward, more blunt. Yeah, well, I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
I would call it straightforward. Like you're being straight to the point, not beating around the bush. Like, hey, this is how it is. Like,
okay, another thing I want to talk about like going through puberty, early tween to teen life, and all that hormonal changes is like also your change of outlook on boys.
Oh yeah.
Because I remember at one point, like, me and my friends would be like, ew, boys are gross, they're nasty, they're ugly. And then whenever we would talk about sex, we were like, ow, that's not that hurts. Like, I would never. That's disgusting.
Name Kemp Chaser.
And then you grow up. And then it's like, actually, this is kind of nice.
Never mind. I take that back.
Yeah.
That's how I was. Like, I told my parents, I'm never going to have, like, a boyfriend. You better not even expect that out of me. Mm-hmm. But then it was like, coming home, oh, I like this kid in my class. This kid in my class, he's cute, And then eventually it was like on the phone all night, got that love bug. You don't know nothing about love,
Yeah.
God, no.
Oh, no. At that age, no. I still don't know what love is. The fuck?
I do. I wasn't gonna say I don't, and then he's in the other room.
I
do.
I feel like
it's not what you expect, though.
No, and that's why
it's not like those rom-coms that you see.
Tell me why I feel like I'm learning more about love and relationships not being in one.
Yeah, like because you observe other people.
I'm observing other people. I'm like they're telling me their experience, or like I'm absorbing so much knowledge and wisdom. I'm just like, oh, like. I feel like I got the knowledge and wisdom of being in a relationship without being in one. Yeah. Just from surrounding myself with people who like know more or know better. And like, or like even like the people I follow on YouTube who are a lot older. Oh, I shouldn't say a lot older, but they're older than us. They're more experienced.
A lot.
I know. But they're more experienced and I'm learning things. Like, I don't know. Cause like, I guess like a lot of girls, not me, but a lot of like girls when they're younger, they like to have this fantasized thought about love and relationships, and just like the rom-coms, they would think like, oh, you find this boy in middle or high school, and you guys are like gonna get married and have kids and all this shit. That's not the truth, and like it's not all like love and hearts and rainbows and unicorns.
I grew up watching rom-coms. I love rom-coms.
I don't.
And then it's nothing like that. Not in a bad way.
Yeah,
but it's nothing like that.
I just think I'm built different when it comes to relationships. But that's a whole nother.
I feel like
that's a whole nother topic.
I feel like I've like changed that because like my guy friend now, he's been like lifting me up, like even verbally. It's like it was like having like a garden that was dying, if someone's having to take care of it. Like
whatever.
He was really lifting me
whatever. We'll get there someday, baby.
I mean, maybe, but like I never.
You're not. It's not like you're not interested. You're not rushing it. You don't care right now.
Yeah. Well,
that's what it seems like.
Well, that and I don't care to get married. I don't care. Like if I am alone for the rest of my life, I do not care.
Really?
Getting married.
I don't believe that.
No, it's true. I don't care about getting married. I don't like kids and having a relationship. Like honestly, all I want is money. That's literally all I want. And growing up, I never thought because like my mom, she was like mostly like until I was like 10, but like she was mostly single most of her life. I think that's like where I got it from, you know, 'cause, you know, you see your parents and like, you know, they rub up on you. And growing up, and boys and all that stuff didn't rub off on me the same as like other people. Relationships definitely didn't at all. Like it wasn't ingrained in me, like growing up, or I didn't see relationships growing up at all. So like that's why I don't really prioritize it. I mean, my whole philosophy is if I'm meant for it, then it will come to me, but I'm not going to go looking for it.
So will you accept it if it comes to you?
If it comes to me, yes, but I will not initiate or go out looking for it because I don't care.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I
well,
didn't
you shouldn't
either.
go looking for it. Yeah.
I didn't want a relationship, and then he just happened to be cute. Like,
yeah, I remember you. Oh my gosh, I remember you had like the biggest crush, and you were like, oh my god. We're all like talking about it, like,
those times.
Yeah, like, dude. Oh my gosh.
But I also like men and women at the time.
That's cute.
So I would like crush on women, and I would crush on men. More women than men. And I wasn't looking for anything because I didn't know like what I was yet. Am I gay? Am I?
Yeah, you're still trying to figure yourself out, and then shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't go looking for it.
That's the beauty of life. Shit happens. That's my whole mind. Like shit happens. Like I said, if it's meant for me, sure. If
everything
not,
happens for a reason.
Exactly. And if someone never comes my way, I'll be perfectly fine.
And that's meant for you.
Yeah. But like, I remember the shift of like, I feel like for guys, like they start liking girls a lot sooner than girls start liking guys. You know, like their whole puberty and their hormone changes are a lot different than girls. Because I remember it didn't take me until like maybe 15, 16 to actually think a guy was like, oh, like they are actually kind of cute. They kind of stink though, but like they're kind of cute, you know.
I thought it was weird at first.
Like their tendencies just drew me away.
Yeah.
I was like,
That's because boys in middle school and high school are the most annoying people.
No, they really
They're
are.
loud. They're in your face. They're rude.
Yeah.
They're gross. They smell like sweat.
Yeah, they smell
the
like
time.
sweat. Yeah, all the time. No,
they're always roughhousing.
Always roughhousing. And one of them was either like the
Fucking
class
8
clown.
a.m.
Always had to like make jokes. And then like the others, like they're always like a clique and like a group of them. Like I don't know, they were kind of intimidating, kind of in a way.
Like
in a
they'd
group.
giggle to themselves, and I'm like, are they making fun of me?
Oh my gosh.
You felt singled out then.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
But like, I don't know, guys and girls are different though. I'm like,
okay, don't look me up and down like
I was
that.
just gonna say that.
They are different.
Well, also got your necklace. You're fixing your necklace. I was looking at it. Also, slightly your tits, because your tits are just right there. Can't help
I'm
it.
not even fully. I'm wearing a sports bra, so they're not like they're not at their the best.
That's fair. But I guess like we only have 2 minutes left. I guess.
Jesus.
I know, right? It went by really fast. Finishing off, my last words to you
Now
is...
it's time to hear Bree talk.
My last word to you is, fuck high school.
Same.
Your life will get better, I promise.
Everything happens for a reason. Don't fucking stress about it. Nothing fucking matters. We're a little fucking rock. Literally, we're just a little planet amongst a billion trillion planets. Nothing matters.
Bree, last words.
I focus on your schoolwork, kids. Don't listen to your friends.
Actually, that is so important.
Don't follow behind
That
your
is
friends.
very important.
Because while you at home keying on the phone and they out there working on college, you gonna be sitting back like, damn, I should have paid attention.
But also, there's a lot of successful people that didn't go to college.
There is. But like you should take it
college
seriously.
is expensive.
Like, no, it is.
You should take that decision. You should take that seriously.
Just if you're not gonna go to college, like if in middle school and high school, at least just try to pay attention. It's okay if you get C's or whatever. Just at least try, because there might be that one teacher or that one subject that you really love, and that might help you.
And then you just get into it.
Yeah. Exactly. Or you, like I said, with a good teacher, like, oh my gosh, like they give you so much inspiration.
Entrepreneurs, start out because they have like teachers or coaches.
They have like that one teacher, that one coach, or like that one person, like that just really just
influential in their life.
Exactly. So it's okay, and there's more life outside of high school, so you guys will be fine. If high school is not going the way you want it to right now, you will be fine.
There's a million different routes to take.
Million. And like we said, the people in high school you probably never see again in your life, and most of them are going to end up pregnant anyways.
Oh, that's some shade.
Okay, call me out.
I forgot she had a baby.
But the difference is
not an insult. Not an insult.
The difference is you wanted a kid though. Them, I don't know. I know some of the girls from high school who got pregnant, they didn't want kids. So
wrap it up, people.
Yeah. And it's all good. You're gonna be fine. And in 5 to 10 years after high school, you're gonna be stuck on these hoes during your fucking high school reunion.
Are you manifesting right now? Is that what you're doing? Stunting on these.
Stunting on hoes, sending it out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. This has been me, your host Karman, signing off.
Good night.
And tune in for next episode. Thank you for calling 1-800-NEXT-KALLER. Let's get up, Mom.
Just kidding.